in the organization. So how do you groom your, let's say, employees to actually identify IP, to actually know that there is something of value which needs to be protected, and have a culture of, let's say, filing for IP, and also on top of that, even after that, they should be able to identify, right? So not everything is protectable. Some things have to be, let's say, dealt at their end itself. How do you go about doing this?
Yes, this is a challenge and an ongoing process, by the way. Irrespective of what size the company is,
Yes.
we need to have regular awareness sessions happening. So even today, I see a lot of graduates who are joining fresh to the company. They don't have a basic understanding of what is IP. So that is somewhat shocking and surprising.
Actually, they are addressing that. Yes. So in engineering, they now have a subject on IP,
yes.
patents.
So only very recently it's coming up, but early days, if you look at, not many colleges had such a subject in place. So it's very important for any company to have an ongoing awareness at different levels. It should be again a top-driven approach rather than a bottom-up approach. The initiation should come from the leadership or from the founder itself. So that plays a key important role. The second thing is, like, you need to have a complete process put in place. There is no longer a play where you just have some things, somebody is coming and saying, I have a patentable subject, you have it filed and leave it as such, and then you wait for the next person to come in and then you file it. That will never going to work. So you need to have at least a regular ongoing IP mining workshops in place, and it should be embedded probably into your product development process itself as one of a gateway checkpoint, where if you look at the overall product deliverables, you will get the design reviews done along with the manufacturing related aspects. All these things are reviewed. So IP should be embedded as one of the checkpoint when it comes to these ongoing design reviews. So that's where you, irrespective of what level or what stage your product is, you get a flavor. Like if, for example, a project is starting off at the early stage where the kickoff is happening and the business case is proposed, by then you will have already a bunch of IPs identified, because you would have done the initial level of market study before making a business case proposal. And in between, if you're putting a the landscape or the white space analysis, through that, you would have identified, okay, I have a space for my IP to put in this space. Accordingly, I can venture into it. Next stage probably could be like working around and identifying what ideas I can pitch into my product. Then comes the risk mitigations and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So your complete internal process when it comes to the new product development, especially if you are an in-house counsel, that is going to play a huge impact. And no matter what size the company is, this is going to help them a lot. Yeah. So that is one critical point, I would say.
So around this, so do you incentivize, let's say, inventors? How does that work? So let's say incentivizing them works, or is it recognition that works, or is it, let's say, just the workshops?
Correct.
Something should work, right? So yes. He should be, because he is on, from his point of view, he is working.
Correct.
Right. And then you tell him to do this additional work.
Correct.
Wherein you say, yes, you fill up invention disclosures, correct, give it to me, try to determine something, yes, which is not his, but correct, it is the company's.
Yes.
How do you actually address this?
Yeah. Many inventors, they are reluctant when it comes to some paperwork.
Yeah.
They just go away. They say that, no, I'm completely occupied with something else. Yeah. So don't touch me. I've submitted my idea. You do whatever.
You do whatever.
So this is a typical response that we get.
But from your point of view, he is the one who is the inventor. Correct. He has to give you that information.
Correct.
Unless he gives you the information, you cannot invent on his behalf.
Exactly. So that is one challenge which I have faced throughout my career. So for that, companies that I've worked with, they obviously had an incentive mechanism in place.
Okay.
So incentive goes in multifold. One is like incentivizing through some monetary rewards. Other one is recognizing them in some of the platforms internally as well as externally. So the monetary part, I would say, plays a very minimal role.
But
the recognition
Yes.
is creating a huge impact, which I've seen literally in organizations, be it my previous organization or the current organization, where one person gets motivated by other, like, "Arey, what's happening here? Why is he getting rewarded? Why can't I do something else of same kind?"
Yeah.
So that gets motivated, and it's like it becoming viral for everyone to get into that mode of IP. So that is very crucial. Even for that matter, I've seen companies where they start putting displays of their inventions and the inventors in their internal premises. So be it the visitors who are coming in or the internal employees, in a common forum, they have this physical display put in place. There, it's like a good recognition.
Yeah.
When you yourself see your own photograph put in across in a public space, that will give a different feeling.
This is what I keep hearing.
Yes.
So just giving them a monetary reward doesn't work at all.
Correct. Yes.
Because they're already getting good salaries.
Correct.
Small monetary reward doesn't go a long way.
Yes.
But recognition is what goes a long way in motivating inventors.
Correct.